Another video today. I want to make this one about a topic that I spoke about before, and that's letting the spirit guide and not so much the ego, letting the spirit be the lead. And I already have a video on this, like I said, but it's just some more ideas and more thoughts that came upon me that I want to spread more light on. And yeah, so our ego can cloud our judgment a lot of the times. You know, whatever the prominent issue in our life is, the prominent thing that we're trying to understand, no matter what it is, you know, the spirit is something that we got to let lead us into these things. And it's something that has to be worked on. Of course, it's natural in us, but letting the spirit guide you, letting your spirit be the dominating force in your life is something that we have to make more apparent. And to do this, we really got to go deeper within ourselves and understand ourselves on a deeper level, and just watching out and noticing when we letting our ego control the situation, which can be good in certain times. Like if it's like a problem in the present moment that's threatening your life, it's like really threatening your life, or it's threatening your moral code, or it's threatening something like that, then that's when I believe the ego should take over, right? Because it's useless for both of them. Like, I don't agree with the whole thing that you have to destroy the ego, or, you know, like, I believe that's the point of us having one. Like, it's not for it to be destroyed or gone. It's for it to be mastered and conquered, for us to know when to use it and when not to use it. And we go throughout our lives just thinking that we don't have these two things, like there's not a spirit and an ego, but it is. And whatever it is for you, if you're religious or whatever it is, if you feel like it's God talking to you, then that's what I mean. Know when to listen to God, not the ego. But if you're just a person who's not really religious, you know, just let that source guide you rather than your ego. Let the ego just be a sidekick to it, if that makes sense. Because when we let our spirit guide us, that's when more doors open. That's when more opportunities come our way. That's when we have these epiphanies in life. And sometimes our spirit guides us without us doing it intentionally. Really, most of the times, really, because that's when we experience life. That's when we are experiencing, when we're in the moment and we letting the soul guide us. You know, if you watch a child, if you notice children, they're more tapped into the spirit realm than we are. They're more tapped into their source than we are, right? They don't have so many judgments on themselves. They don't think about the past as much. They don't have as much ego as we do, have as much, you know, connection to certain things that we do. Because it's a lot that ties us down into the reality that we see, right? Like, there's problems that's always in our lives and issues that's always around us, whether it's relationships, whether it's bills. You know, those come around every 30 days, so they always gonna be there. But there's a power in not reacting to any of that and just letting your spirit guide you and letting you control every situation, and you being a dominating force in your life, right? If that makes sense. I'm trying my best to convey this message. I don't know if it's coming across right or not, but the whole point I'm trying to drive home is we know and knowing when we letting our ego be the lead or our spirit be the lead. But when it comes to those main issues, those main problems that we trying to overcome, the spirit has to be the lead. Always. And you can connect to this by prayer, meditation. Make sure you're thinking the right thoughts. I don't even want to say that. Just watching your thoughts, right? Observe your thoughts. Observe the type of thoughts you having, and determine if that's helping you or hurting you. But yeah, man, let the spirit be the guide, man. That's something I just wanted to say. I need to start, you know, writing these things down and writing stuff down so I can come with like more bullet points, come with more points that supporting what I'm trying to say. But yeah, you know, this is just me posting this, man, and y'all growing with me. Whoever see this growing with me, and I'm gonna get better with it over time. But that's all I got right now. It's a nice day, so I'm gonna go enjoy the day, probably work out outside, and yeah, that's all I got, man. Stay up and stay blessed.